Doctor Who and the Prophet of Doom by Paul Ebbs, starring Stephen Johnson as the Doctor, Episode 3.
Welcome to the Temple of St. Maccaben, Doctor.
So what's it to be then, Pollock? Put under the so-called elm of Maccaben and transported to another room?
No, Doctor, something much more traditional. Forward, Tench!
With pleasure, Mr. Pollock.
Are you going to do with that axe? Well, I suspect you're going to do with that axe.
Yes, Doctor. Witness the end of the heretic brothers. Witness the beginning of the next 1,000 years of our rule. Tench, behead him.
No, Major Rice! No!
Every move, you're all under arrest. No! Unit spies! Tench! Open fire! Open fire! Kill them all!
With pleasure. Yards to the devil now!
Monica, get down! Get down! Pollock! He's going for the helm! Major, keep the covering fire.
I'll try. There's guards everywhere. I'll pin the guards down while you shoot into Pollock.
If I don't stop Pollock from getting to the helm, we'll be transmatting goodness knows where. Cover me.
Give covering fire to the Doctor. Keep the civilians pinned down.
Yes, sir!
Going somewhere, Pollock?
Yes, Doctor. Goodbye.
Two can play at that game. Now, if I can just keep out of the way of the bullets. Here I come, Pollock. Ready or not?
Major, the Doctor's disappeared.
Cease firing. Cease firing. This is Major Rice of the United Nations Intelligence Task Force. Put down your weapons. You are all under arrest.
Okay, lads, do what they say. There's more riding at the front gate. We're outnumbered. Okay, Major, we surrender.
You there. Where have the Doctor and Pollock gone?
Go to hell, I'll tell you nothing.
Greyhound 2 to Greyhound 4. Are you receiving me? Over?
Go ahead, Greyhound 2.
Report your position. Over?
You're securing main entrance now, sir. Over.
I want a full search of the Foundation. The Doctor and Pollock are in here somewhere. Tear the place apart piece by piece if you have to.
Roger, sir. Over and out.
Major Rice, how did you know the Doctor and I would be here?
The Doctor alerted me to Pollock's invitation, said he'd need some backup. A small group of us parachuted down onto the roof from gliders a few moments ago, while the main force attacked the gate. Simple, really.
I'm glad Colonel's showing some claim to his senses at last.
Well, that's just it. The Colonel was incommunicado, some top-secret chinwag up in Edinburgh. I was acting under my own steam. Let's hope there won't be too much hot water to deal with, eh? Come on, my man can round this lot up. Let's try and find the Doctor.
And Pollock.
Oh, unshielded transmatting has got to be one of the most undignified methods of transport it has ever been my misfortune to experience. Right, where am I? Some sort of computer centre? More borrowed alien technology by the look of it. Pollock? Pollock! Where are you?
Catch me if you can, Doctor.
Give it up, Pollock. The game is over.
We'll see, Doctor. We'll see.
Launch sequence initiated. Flight 479er.
Another ship. Pollock!
Goodbye, Doctor.
Must get to the ship. The gantry is retracting. Have to jump. 1, 2, 3. Geronimo! Door control? Here.
You'll have to do better than that, Doctor.
What? Pollock! You've doubled back!
What a most satisfying sound your skull makes when it connects with a hard object, Doctor. Must be all that extra intelligence you Time Lords keep up there, eh? Well, pleasant dreams and safe journey, Doctor. I hope you enjoy your little trip to Helicopter 10. I'm sure I'm most pleased to see you. Pleasant flight, Doctor. It's almost too easy.
Sending the Doctor or Pollock, Major.
Damn it! All right, sweep the entire factory again and call back to HQ for some geophys equipment. There may be an underground area we haven't found yet.
Everyone, get down!
Another ship taken off. It must be Pollock. He escaped.
There goes my pension for a burden. Greyhound 2, go ahead.
Greyhound 6 reporting, sir. Over.
Go ahead, Greyhound 6. Over.
You're not going to believe this, sir, but it's Pollock. Over.
Yes, I know Greyhound 6. He's just taken off in that spacecraft. Over?
No, sir, he hasn't. He's just given himself up to us. Over.
What?
He just walked out of one of the lower levels with his hands up. Over.
So who's on board the spacecraft? Over?
Pollock says it was the doctor, sir. Over.
No!
Slingshot clear of Earth atmosphere in 4, 3, 2, 1. Radar shielding at maximum. Warp engines triggered and sequenced. Warp jump to helical system in 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage warp drive. Arrival in helical system expected in 4 standard hours.
Oh, tricked and bamboozled. Oh, my head. Feels as thick as a whale sandwich. Now, where are we? Helical. Yes, helical. That's ringing some very unpleasantly discordant bells, isn't it, Doctor? Yes, Doctor, it is. Just entered hyperspace. Let's see what we can do about that.
Any attempt to tamper with the course of this craft will result in the cessation of life support systems until arrival at preset destination.
Oh, that's hardly fair, is it? Well then, computer, what do you expect me to do for the whole journey? I do like something to do with my hands. Failing that, is there an in-flight movie?
You will move away from the controls.
I will move away from the controls. Well, that's better. Awful racket. You voice activated, I wonder? Computer?
State enquiry.
Excellent. Now we're getting somewhere. What is our preset destination?
Helical 10 in the Jalopna system.
10,000 light years called from Earth. Quite a way. Helical. Yes. Computer, are we heading into a war zone?
Affirmative.
Who are the Helical in conflict with?
A war fleet of Tendaki has invaded the Jalopna system in retaliation for raids by the Helical on their hive worlds.
Silly Doctor. Yes, the Helical-Tendaki conflict is still raging in this time period. Not the nicest of wars to be dropping out of warp into. But then beggars can't be choosers. What is the purpose of this flight?
Transport of biomatter of suitable intelligence to Helical High Command for training and preparation for war.
Biomatter? Is that what I think it is?
Tellurians.
Thought so. 4 hours till warp drop out. You've got some serious thinking to do, Doctor. Yes, Doctor, I have.
Well, all in all, I think that went rather well. No casualties among the civilians, Porlock captured, and the operation of the Foundation closed now for good.
But we've lost the doctor and still haven't found my brother, have we?
Perhaps Porlock was telling the truth about your brother not turning up for work.
I suppose you could be right.
And as for the doctor being lost, well, he never stays lost for long, always turns up.
Even without his TARDIS, it's still in his lab, don't forget.
That might complicate matters a little, but I've seen the doctor overcome much greater obstacles. Now, you hang on here at the lab, Miss Fallows, while I go and file my report before the Colonel gets back from Edinburgh.
Stay right where you are, Major. You're under arrest.
Arrest? You gone mad, soldier? Put that gun down. You're on a charge.
I'm acting under orders, Major, and you are under arrest. Your firearm, please.
Dropping out of warp. Arrival in Helical system imminent. Planet full in 3 minutes.
Heavens above! What a mess! Helical 6 has been reduced to a cinder. I take it the war is not going too well for the home team.
Entering atmosphere in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold tight, Doctor!
Into the cell, please, Major.
I don't believe this is happening. Who is giving these orders? I demand to speak to the Colonel.
You'll get to speak to the Colonel soon enough, Major.
Why have we been arrested? What's the charge?
Mutiny, miss.
Mutiny? That's preposterous.
Like I said, sir, I'm just following orders. Now, as I said, sir, someone will be along to see you presently. Please don't cause any trouble. I'm sure it'll all be sorted out in due course.
It's another of Pollock's ships. It's not 10 rotations. What's going on? Gallonites, stand hard. Prepare for trouble. I don't like the look of this. Blasters set to kill. On my command.
Hello, you must be a heligal. How do you do? Is it correct etiquette to shake your pincer or one of your legs?
Who are you? Explain yourself.
I'm the Doctor, and I've just arrived from Earth.
Why weren't you frozen in hypersleep?
Insomnia?
This just isn't happening.
It does seem a little suspicious, doesn't it? You know, the doctor told me about the Guilders and Maccabean. He said they work by infiltrating positions of power.
There certainly were enough MPs at that gathering last night.
Did you see any military personnel there?
No, I didn't.
Pollock!
Hello again, Miss Fallows. Major.
Mr. Porlock, is this the man you say led the assault on your factory last night?
Yes, that's him. Please ensure you keep him locked up. He's a menace to civilized society.
Why, you?
Come on, Major. Don't make me shoot you. You know the score. Right, Mr. Porlock. If you'll follow me upstairs, I'll take your statement.
Thank you, Sergeant Major. You are most kind. I don't suppose there's any chance of a cup of tea, is there? Seeing that horrible man again has made me go all cold and shivery.
I'll see what I can rustle up.
Move! Move!
Do you think you little hairy chaps could be a little less rough? I'm quite willing to go wherever you want me to.
This way. This way.
Where are we now?
Training area. Tellurians are trained here for battle.
And you're putting me where?
With the other Tellurians. This way. This way.
Do you mind? I'm going to have to sit down on that later. Ouch! Thank goodness that's over. I take it this is the dormitory. Hello everyone, I'm the Doctor, and I've come to take you back to the planet Earth.
How?
Haven't quite sorted that bit out just yet, but the commitment's there, I can assure you.
Wish they put the heating on in here. I'm absolutely freezing.
Here, have my blanket.
Thanks. What's the time?
1500.
Been in here 5 hours.
Yes, depressing, isn't it? What on earth?
Someone's firing. Can you get a look through the window? Not tall enough.
Can't see a damn thing. Sounds like all the action's round the front.
Well, are you going to sit there all day, sir? This is a jailbreak.
Jenkins, I could kiss you.
I thought fraternising with the lower ranks was forbidden, sir. Don't want to get yourself locked up again, do you? Here's your revolver back. Found it in the gun cupboard outside.
Thanks. How many of you are there?
3, and you two make 5. Not much of an army, sir, but there's something not right going on here. And well, we felt that you being locked up was the last straw. Hope we don't end up with egg on our face for springing you.
I'll make sure you get a ruddy medal, Jenkins. Come on, Monica, let's get out of here.
Well, you don't look too pleased to see me, I must say. Who are you?
Fallows. Stephen Fallows.
Monica's brother. How very good to meet you at last.
Monica? She's here in this hellhole?
No. She's back on Earth, but she's been very worried about you. We suspected you'd been mixed up with Porlock's operation, but I never expected to find you 10,000 light years away in the middle of a war zone.
Porlock. Don't mention his name around here, Doctor. He's not the most popular person in these parts.
How many of you are there?
About 100 in the camp. Goodness knows how many have been sent into battle and not come back.
100 missing people? The guild must be more powerful than I thought. Well, you ought to be employed at the Porlock Foundation.
Yes.
Why do they need you here on Heligal?
The war with the Tendarki. We all have unusually high IQs. The Heligal are training us to be jacked into the battle computers of their strike craft. They think it will give them the edge. We are the army of light.
That's abominable. How can the Heligal believe they can get away with this? The Intergalactic Convention on...
As the Heligal are so fond of reminding us, we have all signed contracts to be here as mercenaries.
You signed these contracts of your own free will?
Of course not. But no one will listen to us. Anyone who dissents is set upon by the Galanites, or Quarbel.
Yes, I've met him. Charming insectoid, isn't he? So, Porlock's entire operation was a front for the shipping of mercenaries to Heligal. He set up the guild to ensure his disappearing of people would not be too vociferously investigated. I'm sure the Heligal will pay through the nose, or the mandible, for any kind of edge in their conflict with the Tendarki. I must bring this despicable episode to a swift conclusion. Right, how do we get in touch with our glorious leader, Quabell?
He'll be here for inspection in an hour or so. He's very hot on inspections.
Then I'll give him one he'll never forget.
I do like those days when the accounts show that I've just made more money than I could comfortably count. These figures are rather good, don't you think, Tench?
Certainly are, Mr. Porlock. Is there any chance of me getting a new Ferrari? The ashtrays are full of my old one.
Porlock, yes? What? Well, capture them again, you buffoon. We can't have them drawing suspicion to us at such a critical time. Don't call me again until they're either captured or dead.
What is it?
It would appear that Major Rice and a band of loyal unit soldiers have succeeded in escaping from Unit HQ.
Amateurs. Do you want me to go down there?
Yes, Tench, of course I do. Now!
Stand by your beds. Stand by your beds, quickly. Quabell is here.
Good morning. You're learning. In the next few days, I'll have you ready to use those battle computers like an extra limb.
May I ask a question?
You again. What do you want?
Well, just a small matter of my contract to the Army of Light.
What about it?
I never signed one.
What?
With the surfeit of ears you have, Quabell, I should have thought you'd have heard me the first time. I never signed a contract.
So sue me. Now shut up.
I am suing you for false imprisonment and the illegal conscription of alien life forms into a war 10,000 light years from their home, all in direct contravention of the Galactic Convention on the Prosecution of Interstellar Conflict, Chapter 3, Paragraph 6, Subsection 9, and I quote, "No signatory to this convention will contravene the explicit rights of alien life forms not directly involved in the immediate conflict," unquote. Would you like to see my copy of the convention? I've highlighted the relevant section in red.
Is this true?
Yes. Can I go now, please?
I must speak with my superiors.
I'd be a bit sharpish if I were you. I contacted the Federation headquarters on this personal communicator just a few minutes ago. If the Commission decide that you contravened my rights and those of these other Tellurians, then I suspect they'll send a vengeance down on your system that makes the Tendarki assault look like a Sunday school outing. Do you have Sundays on Heligal?
Wait here. I will return.
Well, you certainly put the wind up him.
Yes. Good job he didn't recognise my personal communicator as a television remote control, though. Phew.
It's okay, I think we've lost them. Major Rice should drive more crazy than the doctor.
Yes, Bessie certainly can move when she wants to. Pity she's so conspicuous. We'll have to dump her soon, and these uniforms. You all right in the back there, Jenkins?
Yes, sir. Now we've escaped, what's the plan?
We've got to find out who was pulling the strings of Unit. Jenkins, was Sherrington back from Edinburgh when you came for me and Miss Fallows?
No, sir. Wasn't due back until this afternoon. Word was he was flying back at lunchtime.
Good. We'll go up to his house. He's bound to go there first after the flight.
Where does he live?
About a mile from Unit HQ.
Won't he be crawling the soldiers trying to arrest us, or worse?
Sherrington's our only hope with dealing with this madness. With someone with Porlock's connections, Sherrington is the only one with political clout to do something to help us. Jenkins, did you have a misspent youth?
Sir?
The next parked car we pass, I want you to break into and hotwire. Think you can manage it?
Yes, sir. No problems.
Doctor, you certainly put the cat among the pigeons this morning.
Yes, I rather think I did. But I've still got to persuade this emergency tribunal that the Heligal have no right to hold you all and make you honour your contracts.
Thank you for helping us, Doctor.
Least I could do, old chap. Least I could do. Hang on. Movement in the peanut gallery.
I never thought I'd see the day when I was in a courtroom being presided over by intelligent giant cockroaches.
There's a first time for everything, Stephen.
Order! Order! This emergency tribunal is now in session. We are prepared to hear evidence on the matter of Tellurian mercenary contracts signed with the Army of Light through the Vandalusian agent Septimus Porlock.
Porlock is not a Tellurian?
No, but I believe he wears the body of one. Who is addressing the chair?
Forgive me, Your Honour. I am the doctor, counsel for the 100 or so poor unfortunate Tellurians who have been tricked, nay, duped into service into your war with the Tendarki.
You are recognised before the chair, Doctor. but it is the purpose of this tribunal to decide whether or not the Tellurians have been unfairly or fairly treated. Please keep your emotion to yourself until the appropriate juncture.
1,000 apologies.
Then we shall begin. We call Quarbell, Chief Executive Officer of the Central Training Hive.
This should be interesting.
He really is one heligal I'd like to be alone with in a brightly lit room with a 6-foot fly swatter.
There's the Colonel's house down below the trees. We'll wait here until he arrives.
Looks like rain.
The trees will give us shelter.
Patrol coming along the road, sir.
Everyone down! They're regulars. They've got the regular army out looking for us as well. This goes deeper than I thought.
I hope the Colonel gets here soon, Major Rice.
Message from Central coming through on hyperlink.
What do those cretinous crustaceans want now? Patch it through. Oh, hello, Volklar. My, your mandibles look at a bit of a twist. What seems to be the problem?
Pollock, your last shipment, what were you thinking of?
The doctor? Glad to get him out of my hair. Caused endless trouble for the operation this end. Did Quarbell have lots of fun killing him? I do hope so.
The doctor is not dead, Pollock. Far from it. He is about to give evidence to a tribunal investigating the source of the mercenaries you have been supplying.
A tribunal? I swear, Doctor, your death will come so slowly that you will beg for the mercy of darkness at my very feet. Volklar, he must be stopped. If the Federation hear that I have been involved with supplying you with aliens, then, well, it doesn't bear thinking about.
The doctor has already informed the Federation, Pollock. That is why my enemies in the government have moved so quickly in organising this tribunal. They will use its findings to discredit me, and then parley for peace with the Tendaki.
Peace? There will never be peace. The loss in profit would be unthinkable. The doctor must be stopped. See to it.
I cannot be seen to move openly against the tribunal.
Then move behind closed doors. Volklar, mark me. If this tribunal concludes with the wrong outcome, I'll take you down with me. The Federation will not look favourably on either of us.
It will be done.
Each of the Tellurians agreed to submit their will to the Army of Light. I have voice identity records of each and every one.
Objection!
What are you objecting to, Tellurian? This is a tribunal of investigation, not a court of law. And please take that wig from your head before I charge you with contempt.
I'm sorry, Your Honour. Got a bit carried away. If I may intercede for a moment.
Briefly.
Well, all I wanted to say is that I have incontrovertible evidence that my clients...
Fellow
Tellurians, my lad, were forced to voice ident those contracts under considerable distress. I just wanted to save the tribunal some time and get to the meat of the issue and get these poor unfortunates home as quickly as possible.
I will consider your request. The tribunal is suspended.
Major Rice, there's Colonel Sheridan's staff car coming up the drive.
All right, everyone, move out.
Let's hope the Colonel will listen.
Amen to that.
The device has been planted by one of my agents in the tribunal hearing hive.
How long have I got to get clear?
The bomb will explode 1/100th of a rotation after this doctor begins to speak. It is voice identified to his speech patterns and placed within sound range.
I have only 1/100th of a rotation?
More than adequate time to get clear. Now go. The tribunal must be stopped.
Well, I must say, Major Rice, this all sounds most intriguing. Your arrest and confinement were not relayed to me in Edinburgh. And you, my dear, how are you after this terrible ordeal?
I just want to find my brother, Colonel, that's all. Then try and get my life back to normal.
Seems eminently sensible. Perhaps we'll be able to find your brother for you. Well, Major, you certainly have my sympathies. It's been quite a day for you.
Not one I'd like to repeat in a hurry, sir.
Now, you all look half famished and tired. I suggest you rest here for a moment, while I go and tell my housekeeper to prepare us some lunch.
Thank you, sir. That would be most kind.
Lunch with the Colonel, sir? I have gone up in the world.
Oh, me too, Jenkins.
Oh, I could sleep for a week.
That can be arranged, my dear, on a permanent basis.
Pollock! Put down that popcorn, Major, you'll regret it. All of you, hands up!
Ah, good. I see we're getting on famously.
You were working for Pollock all the time.
With, my dear, with. As Grand Master of the Temple of St. Maccaben the Usurper, Mr. Pollock and I have a uniquely symbiotic relationship. You see, I am chief acolyte of the Temple. Mr. Pollock's right-hand man, you might say. Drinks, anyone?
is now in session. Doctor, step forward. I have considered your suggestion to expedite the proceedings, and after consulting with the foremost law masters of the Great Hive, I have concluded that you should be allowed to bring your testimony first. Are you agreeable, Quabell?
Not very, no.
Whatever your worship decrees, praise the Hive, death to the Tendarki.
Doctor, you may take the stand.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Is this microphone working? Can you hear me at the back? Your people are in the midst of war, a war that is not going well. In fact, it would be fair to say that the Tendarki have now gained the upper hand. In desperate times, desperate schemes are hatched. One moment, Your Honour. May I speak to my colleague?
This is most irregular.
Stephen, where is Quabell going in such a hurry?
I don't know. He got up as soon as you began to speak.
There he goes. Look.
Perhaps he knows he's going to lose.
Or... oh dear. Your Honour, I must move for another recess.
What is it now?
I have reason to believe this tribunal is about to be adjourned permanently. I believe we are about to come under attack by a terrorist Heligal faction intent on prolonging the war with the Tendarki. Clear the courtroom! Clear the courtroom!
Tribunal adjourned!
Get everyone out! Please, help me search for a bomb.
Doctor, it's here!
Well done, Stephen.
How long have we got?
Oh, dear me. Not long. It's an implosion grenade. Stephen, when I say run, run. Run!